What an intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome back, live before lock. Sorry we're starting a minute late, but I was wheeling and dealing in the SORARE marketplace, which I don't normally do. But we are joined today with the one and only, the man behind the spreadsheets, John Jackson. JBB, how we doing, man?
What is going on? I kind of have a halfway day off here today, so happy to jump on stream with you.
Hell yeah, we're happy to have you. Let's do just a little housekeeping here up top. I just saw our numbers drop drastically, and I forgot I monetized this video. So those ads, baby, you gotta get that YouTube Premium. Um, we've got a giveaway as always. Listen, if we hit 200, we are going to give away a rare. We're already giving away a limited, but if we hit the 200, we'll give away a rare. In order to qualify, all you got to do is like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag JBB into the chat. Oh, I got to put the filter back on too. Where's this filter? Look at this. Bang.
Oh yeah.
I also just a couple of other housekeeping things here. For if you're new to SORARE, it's the pin chat. You can get started for free. So I'm sure everyone here is already into it, but just in case, do that. We are going to be using Momentum Labs projections. So if you want to get into those spreadsheets, we'll be sharing them here. But if you want them all week long, you can sign up. There's a link in the chat. In the show notes, you can find that. Join the Discord, all that shit. And just a lay of the land, what we're going to do, we'll go over some of the injury news. We'll take a peek at the projections, and then we'll just hit some Q&As as we dive into stuff. We ready to go? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's head over to Twitter first, and let's check out the underdog situation, see if we got any breaking news. I know the Pelicans thing is going to – actually, let's start here. Let's start with this. Jimmy Butler is out. We just saw that come through. So he's still listed as questionable, but that most recent tweet is Jimmy Buckets is out. Gabe Vincent's available to play. Bagley's out. Frank Smokes is questionable. Let's go back over here. Zion is doubtful. Pelicans situation is crazy. So Zion's doubtful.
Oh.
Herb is out. Wait, is that saying Bam is out? Is Bam out too?
Yeah, it just said Bam's out.
Oh, I thought they just said
I thought
Bam.
that was at the top. Oh, wait.
No. Let me refresh that. I'm sorry. I thought Bam was going to be questionable. My bad. Let me just refresh this quickly. Gabe available. Butler out. Wow. Okay. Clint Capella out. We get a lot of shit to get to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Miami's going to be interesting with those two guys out. It might be Nikola Jovic season. Zion's doubtful. Herb Jones is out. Nurk is probable. Kyle Anderson's questionable. Hart's probable. Gordon's available. Caleb's probable. Trey Murphy, Aaron Nesmith, Dyson Daniels, all questionable. So that's a lot of Pelicans. That is a lot of Pelicans. Yeah, people are confirming Bam is out. So there you go. Both Bam. So both the Heat and the Pellies, that is going to, yeah, people are saying Highsmith Day. Yeah, Highsmith's probably going to get a bump. Maybe we get Jamal Cain. Who knows? Who knows what's going to be happening today? But yeah,
Dyson Daniels if he plays, man.
I know Dyson Daniels is. CJ on all of a sudden becomes a usage monster, right? Because Brandon Ingram's still going to be out. It looks like Larry Nance is off of the injury report though. So if Larry Nance is back and Trey Murphy's back, I don't love the Hernan Gomez so much. Luca was saying, is Seth Curry still questionable? No. So Seth, let me actually go back to the tweets because they don't have that listed. Seth Curry
he was down earlier. I think he's in.
No, Seth Curry's out now. Seth Curry's been
out. Sorry, yeah, he's out.
Yeah, Seth Curry and Joe Harris. So I'm gonna throw some Yuta Wannabe at you, and I just did a terrible job this last name. That was intentional. But yeah, we'll have to continue to fish through some of this injury news. Yeah, Weisberg saying Jackson Hayes seeing a big bump. I tell you what, sold that shit just now. So you want to dive into the spreadsheet, see if there's anything that's like popping for you right now, anything you want to highlight.
Let me get a fresh run in here with with some Jimmy Butler news in.
Ooh, there we go. Fresh run.
See if anybody goes in. See, this is what happens when we're live, baby. You know, we just get to see it all happen.
I love that. We like to see the sausage get made here. Look, I'm seeing Trey Lyles pop right there. Oh no, that's because I had him sorted. That's right. I was looking at some of my Kangs guys. I actually picked up a Richaun Holmes today.
Okay, yeah, he was popping down at the bottom.
Yeah,
today.
He was. It's gonna, dude.
So Graham, so yeah, Devontae Graham's looking good. So for those, like, people might get a little bit confused, like Devontae Graham, so because the Pelicans have multiple games this week, right? They have 2 games, but like Graham and some of these guys only have 1 by them. But that just means basically like they're only projected to play one of the games due to like some injury stuff, or projected to get minutes. Because basically the way that I pull from Basketball Monster, the way they do it is they just distribute minutes, minute allocations, 240 minutes. Throughout, and whoever shows up is kind of what makes it. So some of those guys that like a Jackson Hayes,
Yep.
who's got one, like a Devonte Graham and maybe even Daniels, they have some hidden upside there, right? Because if they may only say one, but they could definitely play two. Obviously one of the games will be a lot better usage, like the game like tonight, where it's a little bit injury riddled. But if
Right.
that carries over, or if they still get some garbage time or whatever, there's still some upside there. So I wouldn't be too scared of playing those guys. Just important to know the context.
Yeah, I think that always comes up when we're going over there. Like, oh no, they actually have 2 games. Why does it say one? But yeah, that's because that injury is. Oh yeah, Borland doesn't like it. Those games played projections are stupid. Well, Borland, it makes a ton of sense when you're looking at somebody like Jackson Hayes, for instance, who has 1 game here, even though they played 2. It doesn't make sense to give Jackson Hayes 2 games when Zion's going to be back for the next game, and that's been pretty much confirmed. So that's why we do it. Ghostface Driller, welcome. He says Butler's out tonight. Jimmy Buckets is out. So should we poke around the Miami Heat, see what's popping for them?
Yeah,
So
trying to
first
make
guy,
sure Butler's out now in my projections. Yeah, he's only got one game, so yeah, he's
okay.
out in the projections.
So Dwayne Dedman listed as out as well for tonight?
Where is he?
Because he's only listed for 1 game, but I wasn't sure if that's given him tonight. Um,
That
but
should be giving him tonight, yeah. Uh,
yeah, because
that might just be giving him tonight because he's kind of been he's fallen off lately of the sheets, I know for sure.
yeah. Yeah, no, and his minutes have been oh no, Dedman was ruled out yesterday. There you go. So when we think about Miami bigs right now, it's Jovic. I wonder if they play small and they go Highsmith, right? So Highsmith's
Yeah.
actually, because his cap is so high, he's not bumping as much, that cap of 18. Um Jamal Cain's not projecting. What about Lowry? Is Lowry becoming a solid play
Lowry,
now?
yeah, Lowry's looking pretty good. And I actually just got a rare of Lowry today, so
Oh, there you
that
go.
helped. You love to see that happen.
Yeah.
Just won him. Yeah, won him in the rare contest.
There you go. Do you think Gabe Vince? Oh no, I guess Hero would actually probably be a stellar play at this point. I know he's got a cap of 43 and a projection of 39, but someone's gonna have to shoot, right?
Is it
Or
so is Vincent in or
Vincent.
out?
Vincent is in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Uh,
So I mean, no Jimmy, no Bam. Yeah, I mean Hero's got the ups. I feel like Hero's got the upside. Maybe Struce. Like Struce is probably the guy that like
that's
nobody will
true.
go to.
That's true. Do we have?
Like Struce is in like the 18. He's at 18 cap. So like that's kind of the range where like nobody really buys, right?
Right.
And we even saw with like CP3 a couple weeks ago when like Booker was ruled out and everybody went to like, Shamit, Damian Lee, like camp or not really campaign anymore, but those kind of guys. And then, Chris Paul is like, well, he's just gonna be the main beneficiary and nobody really goes to buy him. So
Hmm.
I kind of like Struce a little bit if his price has stayed a little stable.
Hey, there's somebody that was brought up in the chat. Yeah, I actually like the Struz call quite a bit. His minutes are pretty firm there. The Orlando Robinson. I'm not sure if Orlando Robinson is with the G League team or with the Heat right now, because I guess he would be one of the bigs that are thrown in there, but I'm not sure if he's in there.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
didn't
I
see
don't
him.
know if it usually says if they're in the G League, but I don't
I
know if
wasn't
it's
seeing him in
gonna.
the sheets here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna pick it up as quickly today.
Yeah.
What about our guy Depot?
Oh, is it Victor? Oh God,
He's popping. He's
is he
popping in the sheets. Yeah, he's got
gonna
a 1.48 value
cap a
at
19,
a
projection of
19 cap.
28? I mean, Oladipo is kind of in that like once a week he's gonna have a really good
Huh.
game. You know,
Let's see what his minutes have been for
no,
Miami.
I know he signed a 2-way. I meant, was he physically with the Heat today? That's what I was saying, because that was like like, I know he's on both sides. I just wasn't sure if he was physically with them today, because the Bam news was pretty last minute.
Yeah, Depot could be interesting. I mean, he's got 4 straight games here of about 30 minutes. Looks like he
Yeah,
didn't play against Houston, but I mean, I don't know. That could be a good one. Him or Struce probably
yeah.
potentially not really pop.
Rudy Gobert too. The Ghost of Greg Oden brings up a point. That Rudy might just like absolutely smoke whoever the Heat throw out there with no Bam and no Deadman. But that means you'd have to like Rudy
Yeah.
Gobert. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I got a request to just start from the bottom here, and we can work our way up at some of the cheaper guys that are popping. So do you want to, as a Sacramento native and fan, do you should we talk about that Sabonis situation? It sounds like his hands getting reevaluated. He's going to miss one, maybe 2 games, and that leaves them
Yeah.
pretty thin in the front court.
Yeah.
But
I
don't the
mean,
Kings like
yeah.
famously hate Rashawn Holmes?
Well, we liked him for, like, the year when he was, like, all we had, and then, like, the last couple of years, we haven't really liked him too much, but, I don't know, I mean, so this is the kind of projection, like, between Holmes and, like, Jackson Hayes where I get a little bit excited about because, like comparing these 2 to Davis Bertans, right? So, like, it looks like a
Yeah.
big green number on Bertans also, but, he just doesn't like, it's not actually that big of a score, right? 10 a projection of 10 versus a cap of 6, but when you got Hayes and Holmes in the neighborhood of, 20, the thing that makes me a little bit nervous about this is where I do the ceiling calc
Yep.
over there in that column. And so what that is pulling right now, I think, is the average of their 3 highest scores from this season.
Okay.
So now that we've got quite a few games under our belt, it takes an average there, and so you can see like there's not really a lot of 20 pointers in these guys' arsenal because their ceiling's only at 12 and 14. So a little bit of a fragility there, obviously, but that's kind of what you're going for at a 4 and a 5. But yeah, I mean, if Holmes, I'm sure his price has jumped up a little bit, but if not, then seems like a pretty
Yeah,
good
his
salary saver.
if we go over here, the one thing I will say about Holmes, you can see who I just bought recently. So Holmes, here's what are we at here? 10. Okay,
Wow,
that's actually not too bad. I thought that
that's
was
not
going to
too bad.
jump up a little bit more. What is this rare actually now? I want to see because I actually snagged one. Okay, I did fine. Um, the one thing I am a little concerned with Holmes is he's going up against Jokic 2 times in a row. And I'd almost like Holmes more if they announce he's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I'm a little freaked out with that. I'm a little freaked out with that, but I think it's a great play. I like when it's a situation like this, and I don't like it when the guy is like popping, but it's like, oh yeah, projection of 5, ceiling of 10. It's like, no, I don't
Yeah,
want to do that.
yeah.
Um, I'd rather have a shot at a ceiling, like you said. So there you go.
Well, and, I mean, Holmes is a guy that, like, has like, when he's getting minutes, he's a high producer, right? And
Mhm,
same with a guy like Jackson Hayes.
definitely.
Some of those guys who, like, when they get the bump, they put up a lot of points per minute, and so that's the kind of, like, bets that you're wanting to take, and so I think it's a pretty good call.
Someone was asking about me too. I think does he play
Yeah.
backup 5 or backup 4? I thought he was 4. But his cap's
I
also
mean,
11.
their front court's all weird.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell plays what, but I mean, Metu like Holmes versus Metu, it's like Holmes pretty easily.
Yeah. Just for the cap. I mean,
Regardless of who starts in anything, like I just like Holmes's production, more.
yeah, he's got
Um,
an offensive ceiling for sure. Like he might not be a good basketball player, but he's a great fantasy
yeah,
basketball player when he's got
yeah,
minutes. We talked about Jackson Hayes already. I think that's fine. Mark Williams, I feel like this is the first time he's projected in forever.
yeah.
Because I was
Well, what
gonna,
about these Nuggets wings? Sorry.
yeah. So we got Zeke Naji, Christian Braun right here. Are they anticipating someone missing a game? Is that the KCP injury? Is that
I don't know. Is KCP out?
well? I just know he got dinged up in the last game.
Oh,
No,
well,
they
yeah,
got him in.
because I've been trying to get a handle on Braun, because I have him quite a bit, and he fluctuates quite a bit. I'm just thinking against the Kings, like, Kings without Sabonis,
Mhm.
maybe there's a little bit more potential for some blowout run there.
Yeah. Which
And
is probably why Zeke Naji's popping a little bit too then.
yeah, and I mean the Kings, they're not the greatest defensive team of all time, so there could be some backup wing scoring available there. And then like I mean, they played yesterday. You know, 3 games and what is it gonna be 3 games in 4 nights. So,
Yeah.
you know, probably some Michael Porter, probably some Jamal Murray sit potential there. So, I think betting on some Nuggets is pretty good.
And that's true.
Just because they got the double against the Kings with likely no Sabonis.
No Sabonis, right? And that's not a defensive team, anyways. And I forgot about this too. Yeah, Jeff Green is out a month as well, so
Mm,
that that thins him out a little bit. Barclays member says, "How's Trey Lyles projecting?" So here you go, Trey. I feel like Trey is the safer version of Rashawn Holmes, where his cap's a little bit
yeah,
higher, his floor is a little bit more stable. But I don't think he has like a 40-point ceiling where like Holmes legit can get you
yeah,
like 15 and
yeah.
12 with like a couple of blocks.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Lyles and Metu are both guys who, like, could be out there more often, just depending, like, what they end up going with the rotation, like, those are guys who will get more minutes or whatever, but they just don't really produce as much, and where Holmes is, yeah, like you're saying, the guy that's gonna be, in there, or when he's in, he's gonna be producing, so I think that's a safer bet, and especially if he's only $10.
Yeah, no, it's a, that's what I do like about some of these shots is it's pretty low risk, high reward there on the financial side of things. All right, we'll go all the way up to 20 and then we'll start taking some questions here. Malachi Flynn continues to pop, and I continue not to trust Toronto Raptors is not named Fred
Oh my
VanVleet
gosh,
and
yeah,
Pascal
yeah.
Siakam right now. Should
Yeah, I agree.
should we ask you if you're playing Scotty Barnes this game week so we know which way to
Well,
go?
yeah. This is a famous discussion we have in our group chat. But whatever I do with Scotty, it pretty much goes the opposite. So when he goes off for 55 last week or whatever it is, didn't have him. Did play him, you know, the week where he took a freaking like 7 or something. So I am playing him this week. I got him in rare and limited. He just fit. He's like a 28 now, I think. So
Incredible.
he really fit some lineups. That 25 to 35 is a sweet spot for me.
I know
So
that is the sweet
yeah,
spot.
we're rolling out double Scotty.
There we
Trey.
go. A couple more injury news things that came up. So Jalen Brunson, I saw some questions about that. He is questionable for tomorrow. So if you want to take a
Hmm.
shot on Emmanuel quickly, go for it.
Yeah,
Jalen Suggs,
Brunson's an interesting one because he is really popping on the spreadsheets.
Brunson is.
For yeah, I mean they're projecting him for 2 games, but even at the I think because his cap went down quite a bit. I think his
That's weird.
cap is a 30.
Here,
Um,
I'll pull up Brunson right now. And he's been putting up like 50s lately too. So
yeah.
yeah, Brunson is a cap of 30, projection of 40. Let's look at quickly though, because I kind of like these are spots I like taking shots on, right? Like, so even
Hmm.
if Brunson plays, he's still like
Hmm.
decent, right? Cap of 21,
Yeah.
projection of 22.
Yeah.
But if Brunson sits, I mean, that's a lot of usage to be distributed around. And I like that. I like that shot.
Yeah, and you look at, I mean, he's got a ceiling of 40 this year, and
Yep.
some of those games presumably without Brunson. So I mean, that's good stuff.
And then that's kind of it right here of the stuff that's like really moving. Jeremy Sohan and Victor Oladipo. I mean, Sohan is every week he pops.
Yeah, yeah,
So we've got that. I mean, Derek White, I know he's been popping a little bit. Eubanks, you can take a shot on him, especially. I think Nurk's supposed to go, but if somehow Nurk sits, they only have one game too, so maybe that's not the best shot in the world. And then
yeah,
Kevin Love, I don't know. I mean, I think that's kind of it for some of the value spots that we wanted to look
yeah.
at.
Kevin Love has been. I actually sold a Kevin Love this morning. I got him as a reward a couple weeks ago, and I mean, I don't know. It's just that it doesn't really get me too excited. And the Cavs, even though like, I think I played him last couple weeks and he did okay, but he doesn't really have a ceiling and he's projecting well. But the other thing like that I am starting to learn about the Cavs because I have like I mean it's not really as bad for Mitchell and um the mainly just Mitchell it seems to be like the guy that's mainly you know immune to it, but just like the fact that their defense is so good makes them
Mhm.
kind of get into some lower scoring games and like I feel like I've played Garland a couple times over the last two weeks here and 2 3 weeks here and kind of gotten screwed there just with some low Garland nights.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Garland has been hit or miss lately.
yeah,
Let's as we start to pivot to questions, let me remind the people a couple of things. So we are going to give away a limited tier card. You got to like the stream, subscribe, and put hashtag JBB into the chat. And as always, we're at 131 right now. If we hit 200, that turns into a rare. Okay, so start firing in that. Um, I'm going to do one more injury news refresh over here, see if anything else came in. And then we'll start hammering some questions. And again, another plug for Momentum Labs. You can find a link down in the show notes. You can sign up there. We will, I saw a question there for those. You just got to go to fantasy projections, or it's like fantasy analysis, or go
Yeah,
to
it's under analysis and then fantasy projections. We're Moment Nerd actually DM'd me. We're trying to revamp the website. I think maybe this week before the new year starts. So it'll be a little bit more front and center there. But yeah, they're under analysis. If you get in the Discord too, they're in the Discord, Momentum Labs Discord. So yeah, or you can always just DM me too if you're having trouble, and I'll get you right to it.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get into some of these questions. We'll do questions for like, I don't know, 15 minutes, and then I got to build my lineups, and JBB is going to help. And I also have a little ETH left, so if I have to buy a piece, that we might buy a piece. All right, let's see what we got here. Pat, we'll start. No, actually, we'll start with Gavin. He said, is Hayes the play then? Is that your favorite value play?
This is Jackson Hayes, right?
Jackson Hayes, yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, probably. I think it's the safest value play, probably. But I mean, I don't hate Holmes, especially if it's only $10.
Yeah, I would just pick whatever the cheaper one is out of those. That's where I would go. Pat says Vassell or Rozier both have 3 games. That's kind of fun that they both have 3 games.
Yeah, probably go Rozier there.
Oh wow, look at that. That's freaking close.
Right next to each other.
Yeah. Wow. I think I'd go Rozier
any
too.
injury stuff we got going on with Charlotte or San Antonio?
Charlotte's missing some bigs, I believe, right there.
Yeah,
Nick Richards is going to miss some time.
Yeah.
The one thing about playing Devin Vassell is like there's a good shot that Popovich is like, you know what? Let's sit 5 guys. But the problem is it could be Vassell that sits. So that's like, I think, I think I like Terry Rozier a little bit better. All right, let's see what we got here. Josh is asking about Trey Murphy. Still no Trey Murphy news yet. I'm sure people will fire it into the chat as it comes in here. All right.
This is a good
Johan
one.
said,
what were you gonna say? No, go ahead.
He says Jovic or Dragic, which I like because I think we're in the same region in the world when we're making this call here. So the thing about Jovic right now, so he's going to cap at 12 and a projection 18. Miami's been super weird with him where he did smash a couple of times, but then there was like a game where he looked like he was in a smash spot and he was like the first guy they yanked. So I think a little high risk, high reward there.
Him being a small forward really throws me off, but
I know, especially because they like only play him at a 5 too. It's weird.
I'd probably go Jovic.
Yeah.
Just mainly because they're just pretty fully healthy at the guard spot. Really. I mean, no Jimmy now, but I don't know if that totally affects Dragic, right? They have Vincent, they have Lowry, they have Hero.
Dragic is a bull. Oh, you talking about Jovic or Dragic?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Dragic is a bull. All
Dragic is a bull, baby. But they are.
You can just remove all that talk.
Yeah, they're without Caruso and Javonte Green. I think is missing again. So I think that's why he's bumping a little bit. I would take the dart on Jovic if you got both of them. I think Jovic has more upside.
All right, guys. This just saying Goran Dragic on the Bulls now.
There we go. Zeely's saying rank them. PJ 3 games, Scotty 2 games, Simons 1 game. Wow.
I mean, I just don't. I really don't see a whole lot of reason to play 1 game players this week when there's so many that have 3.
Yeah.
Unless I am playing Giannis as my MVP in 1.
I think that's different.
Making me a little nervous, but I think that's fine.
No, if it's a stud, it's different. I go the way of, I agree with that. Like if Simons only has 1 game, especially because he's not like a star. I love Simons, but they all have like pretty similar upside.
Yeah, I probably would go PJ just for the 3 games, to be honest. I mean, I don't I'm not looking at any of those guys as super productive, so might as well just get or super consistent, I guess. So might as well just get another shot on goal.
Yeah, pace up games with the Hornets too, and with no Richards, maybe.
Yeah, no Richards.
So I do PJ, Scotty, Simons. Beal, he was talking about Beal. Beal's back, baby. He's got a cap at 38, projection at 35.5. They got 2 games. I like Beal.
Yeah, it just seems like a high cap. Like, I don't know, just in that range of 38, it just like the 40-35 range, it seems like there's some better players than Beal, but, I mean, he is kind of all they've got.
Yeah. I think if you have Beal, like, if you're deciding to buy
Well,
somebody in
yeah.
that range,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Beal wouldn't be my first choice in this range, but if you like, I think Beal's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Kuzma, man, has been balling too, and I'm
Yeah.
surprised about that.
Yeah, I'm
Ukulele,
rolling
I
out
don't think.
Kuzma. I think I'm rolling out Kuzma in my champion this week.
Hell yeah. I got a
So,
Kuz too. He's asking about Andrew Wiggins. I actually don't know because I know like they only have 1 game too, right? Like that's not a right. Oops, I meant to go. Let's look up pool. Oh, they have
I
2 games. So you're
think they've
projecting him
got
for
2,
1 game.
so it's projecting him out for 1. Um,
I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
know.
it's safe.
Yeah, I think he could pretty easily sit both.
Yeah. Is
This is
Jackson
gonna be a high
safe?
scoring week, I think.
I think so too. Just so many games. And the Hornets play 3 times, which that impacts a lot of teams because they suck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, is Jackson safe? Man, I don't know if I'd no, I don't think any of those like super value plays are safe because I know Nance is back. I mean, he's gonna play.
Well, I mean, yeah, safe from a standpoint of, like, playing him at a playing him at a 5, I think is fine, but, like, if Nance plays, maybe you move Jackson to, like, contender instead of champion or
Yeah,
something, like,
exactly.
that
That's
was,
great.
like, how my brain would work.
Yep. I totally agree. Muscala or Najee for my last spot. Muscala, I feel like is someone that usually pops. Yeah, cap of 11, projection 18. So there you go. That's your answer.
Yeah, I'd probably go Muscala. I mean, I haven't looked up his minutes lately, but Najee didn't play in a close game last night, right? So,
Yeah, I think Nug
doesn't make
Life in
me
the
feel
chat
great.
said that Malone mentioned after the last game that they need to give him some more run to see what they have in him. So
Yeah,
if
well,
you want to run the coach narrative out there,
if you wanna trust Mike Malone, he's like a liar.
man, Kane or Gibson, good lord.
Oh
Um,
god.
let's see. Gibson has a 0 projection. So I think
I
and
think so
Kane
is
has a
Kane.
0 projection. So
I'd
I
probably
mean,
look elsewhere.
yeah. I'd roll out Gibson because he's gonna lower cap, Veronica. Gives you a little bit, gives
Yeah.
you some more room to run, you know? Or I don't know, maybe Miami, you think maybe Kane cooks, you know? Maybe Kane cooks. Um, let's see what else we got
This
here.
is a good
Thoughts
one.
on
Favorite player in the upper 20s? Oh,
oh no, show me
yeah.
where you at. I gotta catch up on the chat
This
anyways.
one, this one. Favorite players in the upper 20s.
I
I think
freed
that's
up
fun.
extra. Okay, there we go. I like that too. I also said well after this one we'll do cap of 33 or lower. All right,
Okay.
upper 20s.
Yeah,
Let's
upper
see.
20s, baby.
Let's get in it. We'll start with 26. We got Bogdan, Hayward, Shingun. Shingun's been a little disappointing, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
I do like Bogdan,
there it is.
but you know,
Clarkson's popping a little bit here.
yeah. Um, I mean, you can't go back to Nas Reed right now that Gobert's back.
Right.
I'm just thinking if there's any like potential injury bump guys here, but yeah, I think I think Bogdan's kind of fun this week.
Yeah.
Bogdan.
Bogdan, Lowry, Clarkson, Mikal Bridges. Actually, Mikal Bridges, I don't hate if you think Booker's gonna miss a
Oh
couple of
yeah,
these games, Mikal Bridges should pop a little bit. But I'm a big sucker for Bogdan. I'm a big Bogdan fan. And then there's Scotty Barnes. There's always Scotty Barnes in there too.
yeah, always Scotty.
Someone's asking for Sexton. All right, let's look up Sexton.
Hmm.
What do we got here? We got a cap of 24, projection of 21 and a half. Jazz have well, they're still missing Kelly Olynyk. That doesn't really help him too much, but
Mm-mm.
there you go. And then we got Poole or CP3. I actually haven't looked at Poole's projections
I'll
here.
go Pool. Pool's
Yeah.
projecting better.
The one thing about Chris Paul, I like if you do think Booker misses, he becomes probably a little bit of a better play. But honestly, Chris Paul has not looked great this year. So there's that, you
Yeah,
know?
I think you kind of got to assume Booker's gonna miss, right? For only playing freaking 4 minutes or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think so. Ooh, here we go. Morant and Ty or Tatum and Theo Pinson. Gee. So I feel like Ty's been getting a little bit of run here. He's not projecting right now, so
He's
maybe
not. He goes on and off the projection sheets. I know just because I have them. and he was in the G League for a little bit. But let's see. We can look at his past games here, see if he's got any minutes recently.
I
He's
know he
gotten
popped like 2 game weeks ago, I think.
yeah, he did pop a couple game weeks ago. Then he went for 4 minutes on the 19th, didn't play on the 21st, 12 minutes on the 23rd. And that was because it was a blowout, I think. It was kind of a close game against Dallas. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know who are the Rockets playing this week. Let's see. They've
Oh,
got
that's a good
Chicago
question.
and Boston. Oh, so I'd
Yeah.
probably go tie there.
Yeah, I would go tie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And I just like having Jutta.
So you've got 3 games, and 2 of them, maybe even 3 of them, are going to be pretty big blowouts.
Yeah. Luca was asking who benefits from Joe Harris and Curry being out. So this is a great question because I want to talk about Utah. So Utah has a cap of 20 and a projection of 17.8, but I feel like that has room to run with both of those guys being out. Because I'm trying to think of like maybe Cam Thomas pops a little bit more. Not really. He's got a cap of 8, projection of 6.5. Like TJ Warren, it's a cap of 17 and projection 17, so maybe he gets a little bit more run. But I feel like Utah plays that stretch, and that's what they're going to be missing from Seth and Joe Harris, like guys that can shoot.
Yeah. I think that's a good call for Utah. Your boy. What is he's getting up there though. Cap at 20.
Cap of 20, yeah, I know. Cap of 20. Here, I'm gonna go over and
Royce O'Neal is a great contender play.
oh yeah, Royce
feel like
O'Neal.
he's not really ever a good guy to put in champion because he doesn't have the ceiling, but load him up
Except
in contender.
there was like that one game where he like absolutely popped off.
Yeah.
So speaking of Utah, I'm gonna try to build my my rare contender right now because he's somebody that I have in there. I think I'm gonna start with Jordan Poole and dude, look at Draymond. Draymond's cap of 21.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts? So we go Draymond, Ivy.
That's what happens when you get ejected like
I know, like
twice in 3 weeks.
And then I kind of wanted to do Utah here, but I actually think what we're gonna do, I might have to use Utah for my other lineup. I think we go down to Richaun Holmes right there, right?
Well,
and then oh, I thought that was gonna get us up to CJ. All right, what if we do this instead? Which one do you like better? We could go CJ and
I think you gotta drop down off Draymond. Can you drop down off Draymond?
Oh man, I thought this was gonna be a good play here. What is that? 16. Oh, I could do Wiseman. Oh, I think honestly the play is probably not to play CJ then. Maybe I just used him in my MVP. But that sucks.
Why can't you go
man. I gotta play Jordan Poole, right? He's like one of the best plays.
Yeah.
And I feel like Draymond at 21. Like I gotta play Draymond, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Ooh, Shamit's out too. Shamit and Booker are out. That means is it Ish Wainwright season?
Damian Lee.
Damian Lee. Man, this is a weird spot. I thought the Holmes CJ.
Who else do you have in the
James Wiseman, who's honestly not a bad play against Charlotte.
Yeah, Culver just got ruled out.
Yeah, that's kind of
dust balls.
Man,
what if you go with Nick Richards? He's out a couple.
Yeah, he's gonna. Right? I mean, he's probably not missing all of them, but he's probably missing. Damn.
Jalen Smith over Ivy gets you only to Jeremy Grant.
Yeah. Doesn't get us all the way up to CJ. All right, hold on. Let me try this instead. I just don't think this has a shot in rare champion, right? Like if I go CJ, I mean, I could really just like run down. Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
Do whatever you want.
Oh man. All right, how much we've got? Oh no, that's not how much we have. That was before we bought stuff. I was gonna say maybe I go buy something else, but we don't have enough. Damn, that puts me in a really bad spot there. That's too bad.
You're kind of in no man's land there.
Golden State stack. Yeah, maybe that is what we do, right? Let me try that one more time. We run out, not rare champion, sorry, rare contender. We just run out 3 Golden State bros. We do CJ, Poole, Ivy, Draymond. No, we can't do that. Oh, wait. Wiseman. And then Holmes. But that doesn't feel good, right?
Can you get off Wiseman to somebody?
No, because it gets me up to 17, which is nobody.
And Draymond up to anybody? No.
Draymond gets me up to 26. I mean, I had Trey Murphy,
Trey
or I could play
Murphy.
Jaden Ivey over Draymond, but I actually think Draymond's a pretty good play against Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is probably the best lineup.
Yeah. Wow. What a bummer. All right, limited champ here. Now, what's your call? Like, I know Zion's missing one game, but he's probably playing the other one, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably.
He's
It's
in.
freaking Zion though.
It's
But I mean,
Zion.
at 47, he's got to be your guy.
It's got to be my guy. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what dumpster diving we can do down here.
Zongwu.
Okongwu, that's a great play.
He's probably looking pretty good.
Yeah. Lonnie Walker. Actually, maybe we roll out quickly. What is and then it leaves us
Mm-hmm.
at 39. Kuz. Bang.
Kuz.
Kuz. There we go. That's nice. I like that. I'm just gonna build my last two, my limited all offense and limited contender, and then we will. I'll get back to the questions. But this is the lineup building time. All right, so just deal with it. All right, so this is not an MVP. This is a contender type build, correct? No, this is MVP.
No, it's MVP. Yeah.
Frederick, welcome. Lori, let's see what that does.
I feel like Laurie might be better than Fred in the offense.
In the oh, you mean like don't play?
They're both the same.
Yeah.
They're projecting the same.
Let's see. I don't know if I have any like super. I mean, Kuminga's probably fine. I thought I had somebody down here that would be like. I'll use. Ooh, Jovic.
Oh hell, yeah, that's good.
Is it? But does he do offense stuff?
I mean, probably not. Probably not a whole lot of offense stuff.
All right, let's save him for contender. Let's see if I have anybody else down here. Ooh, Kai Jones. Is Kai Jones projecting at all? Probably not.
Oh.
Maybe we just go more balanced here.
Yeah, because you got 26 left. So, what about Gabe? Do we think Gabe Vincent's?
Oh yeah, Gabe. Let's try Gabe. I like that. I like Gabe Vincent. Then it leaves us with.
I always do like playing Mathurin. I always do like playing Mathurin, and they have 3 games this week too. So
Pacers do.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, Mathurin, and then that leaves us with we just throw Keldon Big Body in there. He's got 3 games as well.
So get off. Let's see what you can get off of Vincent. Then you can probably.
So that gets us to 22.
Got anything?
Lonnie Walker or Neesmith, but Neesmith is questionable, I believe.
I believe Vincent then.
Yeah, Vincent or Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker actually. Maybe we use Vincent for the. You
got anything at 26 range?
Yeah.
Oh
no, in the 26 range now. Like Jordan Goodwin.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. And then the contender, and then I'll be done. I promise. All right, let's look at the limited contender here. I think we're throwing Wiseman in this one. What was the other cheapo that we? Oh, Vincent in this one. Jovic in this one. Right? Yeah, this is solid. And then we do Jamal Murray, Jeremy Grant.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Or Kevin Porter Jr.
Kevin Porter with 3 games.
Yeah, and I like his upside more than Jalen Green. Is that wrong?
Let's see. They're pretty tight on the sheets there, huh? 32-31. Let's see. Green projected for 34. Kevin Porter 33. Same kind of thing.
I'm going basically. Kevin Porter. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Let's roll, baby. All right, those are my squads. I still got to build a rare champ, but that's just going to be like throwaways, right? We hope these guys play. We'll get you to involve. Look at we're just leaving 54 on the table there. God, I should go buy something. I tried to sell my Nick Richards today. I was hoping that was going to move. Santa's boy's right. Always trust your gut. Always trust your gut. All right. Like the stream, subscribe, #JBB. Let's dive into some more questions. So hit us with that. We'll rock for like another 15 minutes or so. And then we'll wrap up here. We the people saying he loves KPJ and Jalen Green. There we go. Well, I love you, we the people. How about that? Need someone to cap at 28 other than PJ Washington as soon as possible, Rohat says. All right. Let's go up to the 28 cap. Trey Jones, Scotty Barnes, right?
Yeah, Scotty or your boy Ben Simmons.
I mean, listen, I know Ben Simmons is a pain in the ass, but like he does have upside. Ben Simmons does have upside.
Yeah, I think you'd probably go Scotty. You
Yeah.
you probably could, I mean, 28 feels like a decent, like, investment kinda range where you're gonna wanna play that guy multiple times, and so, I mean, I don't really hate,
No,
Bogdanovich
I
either.
almost bought Boyan
Um,
today. Actually, I almost bought that one.
like,
Um,
is there a chance that he's not on the Pistons in a couple weeks, or
yeah,
is he gonna
I
stay
think
on the
that's.
Pistons?
I mean,
So, that could be interesting.
yeah, I was gonna say they probably move him because they want to keep losing, but they haven't had any problem losing with him right now, so maybe they don't need to move him yet. But Alan says Jackson Hayes or PJ. Sorry, Jackson Hayes and PJ or Desomu and Isaiah Stewart. I think it's the first one.
Yeah, it's definitely the first one, and I would just say you got the upside of Hayes, the low cap, and then you got 3 games of PJ,
Hmm.
most of them with no Nick Richards, so
Yeah.
that makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, looking for food, asking about Boucher. I think it's probably just because the Raptors are
Yeah,
fucking.
it's just
Oh,
because Nick Nurse is the coach.
yeah, he just like sometimes Boucher will only play 8 minutes. Um, it's tough. It's tough. Jovic or Okoro. Lamar
I
Stevens is
mean,
back, I
Jovic, I
believe.
hate Okoro.
Yeah, and Lamar
I'm pretty
Stevens is
sure
back,
Okoro leads the league in, like,
running
25-minute
around.
games and 4 fantasy point production.
Yeah, we call that exercise. Booker, Shamit, Payne. Any thoughts on Dwayne Washington? Man, if you can figure that out, all the power to you. So
I
Dwayne
mean,
Washington.
yeah. I mean, he's probably a decent play. This isn't accounting for Shamit, I don't think, being out. So I don't know if that gives Dwayne a couple points.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm fine with taking a shot at Dwayne Washington. He seems to be getting he's getting a look by the Suns. Like
No.
he's been.
I mean, Damian Lee's 14. So like it kind of feels a little bit safer. And
Yeah.
he's got a little bit of an upside, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Alex is saying Wenyon or Kaminga or Hayes and Okongwu. It's definitely Hayes and Okongwu, I think.
Yeah, Hayes and Okongwu, yeah, for sure.
Uh, yeah, I do want to talk about the Lakers situation though. So I think we're still waiting on news about Thomas Bryant. And they Gabriel has played the backup 5 minutes, but then now they've been rolling out LeBron as the 5. So that center outside of Thomas Bryant, I don't really trust anyone. I don't hate taking a shot at Gabriel. Damian Jones is dead to me though. I don't think he's going to see the court anytime soon unless it's a
So
blowout.
what was Thomas Bryant's deal? He started but
So
then came out?
yeah,
Or
he
what?
like didn't really finish the game yesterday, and they were just like, "Oh wow, we haven't seen Thomas Bryant in a while." But no, there was no like, I didn't see any injury updates. So if I don't know, put it in the chat if you've seen something. Let me just see
I was
too.
too busy charting every single James Conner, rushing yard yesterday
Yeah.
and wasn't watching the Lakers.
Kyle Henderson ruled out, by the way, too. That also happened. Someone's asking about Darius, our man Darius Baisley. If he plays, he's solid. He's got a no cap of 13, projection of 9. So
Well,
maybe
if you
the
need somebody at 13, like Jovic right there at
Jovic,
12 seems
Jovic,
decent.
Dragic, Wiseman.
You know who's been kind of fun is Lamb too, on the Warriors.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, he's actually a pretty good play, I think. Like a lot of people were on Kaminga, and I think Kaminga obviously has a bigger ceiling than Lamb does. And not a lot of people are selling Kamingas now because we know he's got the upside and stuff like that when everybody's out. But like Lamb's kind of similar. He's always going to play, and then
right.
in the games where everybody's hurt, he's going to get many more moments or whatever, more
Yeah,
minutes.
I agree, man. And Kaminga's actually just been kind of bad the last couple of weeks. Like
Hmm.
his cap caught up to him, and he's also just not been producing. So I'm with you on that. Jeb, this is a good one. Okongwu. We haven't really talked about Okongwu, and I
He's
think
just
that's because
he wants to pump his backs, dude.
I know, I know, but I think his cap. I think Okongwu's cap is like right. He still has like 40-point upside, but I think this is
Yeah.
probably the median right here, even with Capella out. But they do
What
have
is
2
Poeltl
games.
down? Is he down to that? Hurdle.
Portal. Let's look at Portal. If they're not in range, that is Jeb just pumping his backs. Yeah, cap of 25, projection of
Wow.
27. They got 3 games. I'd probably go Portal, even though he probably only plays 2 of those games.
almost fallen a bit. I think I freaking had him in the 40s earlier, high 30s.
Total?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the
Uh,
beginning of the season.
let's yeah, hold on. Let me see. Nick Nurse is a crackhead. There we go. I think that's good. Um, what else do we got? Matherin and
Mm,
DiVincenzo or Miles Turner and Lee? Dude, what's going on with Miles Turner? He has been ass
I
the
know.
last like
So
3 game
is
weeks.
like Pacers in general have not been very
No.
good fantasy wise, which is kind of a bummer because I think I have like the whole Pacers team
Yeah.
in limited. I have like 7 Pacers.
I keep telling myself they're going to start moving pieces, and so it's good
Yeah,
to stack up on teams like that, but
yeah,
it hasn't. But yeah, and like Carlisle has just been dicking around the minutes too. Like Jalen Smith has been playing like 15 minutes a game lately. I cannot
yeah.
believe this is a question here. Randall or Tatum?
Oh God,
Randall has been popping. Let's see, but
yeah, he
his
has been playing well, but I mean, geez,
cap of 45,
Tatum.
projection of almost 43. Tatum has a cap of 49, projection of 51. So if you have the cap, it's Tatum. It's Tatum. Let me see.
Shea is
Hallie. Oh god.
Shea's cap is down quite a bit this week. It's
Oh,
kind of
he's
spicy.
awesome too. I love Shea. Hallie and Harden, 1 game from Harden, or Ant and Fred VanVleet. Wow. That,
Jeez,
that
who's Philly playing? Washington?
man, that's close. Yeah, I think I'd go Hallie Harden.
Yeah, probably would do the same.
Jonas asked about Reggie Jackson. I think he's fine, because I believe Kawhi's going to miss one of these games. But what's his name? John Wall is in tonight after thinking he was going to be out, so he's not projecting super well. Cap 21, projection at 19, but there you have it. There you have it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't love I grabbed Kennard and Terrence Mann a couple weeks ago, and it's just stressful every time you try to figure out if they're going to play or not,
which
and
one? I know.
if they're going to do well. And
Bobby's asking about Bertans. So Davis is fine, all right. Like he's gonna get some minutes and he's gonna chuck. The thing is, though, is like there's just better options down here.
yeah,
So right, like Bertans has a cap of 6, projection of 10. I mean, you have Hayes, you have Rashawn Holmes. I mean, even Christian Brown. Like I don't know. I think I
yeah,
like all of those guys better than Davis, but
yeah.
if that's your option, I don't hate it at all.
Mr.
Halliard,
Kappa 17. Oh,
what's up? Cap 17.
no, no. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Somebody said best for a Kappa 17, Tad.
All right, here we go. Derek White. He's got a cap of 17, projection of 24. He's got the best
Why is he
projection.
popping well? Is somebody out for the Celtics? Doesn't
No, I'm not
Nebraska?
sure. Marcus Smart just
Hmm.
got engaged. Maybe he's taking a game off.
Okay.
How's LaMelo looking? We can look at LaMelo.
Would like Connaughton if they had more than one game.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah, he's been asked this year so far too.
Mhm.
LaMelo cap of 43, projection 49, and LaMelo's starting to play really well. So
Yeah.
I think if you have LaMelo, thoughts on the Lyles minutes? Lyles been getting minutes with Sabonis, so I feel like he's in line to play like 25 to 30.
Yeah, Lyles has like I think he had like 1 or 2 games this year where he did really well.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Yeah. Problem with
I just
I
think
okay.
nobody's gonna play home. Like, I don't think people are gonna play Holmes because they don't really like remember. I mean, Holmes hasn't really done anything this year, I don't think.
Yeah, he
But
hasn't been playing at
like,
all.
I think last year, or definitely 2 years ago, he was a high fantasy asset.
Yeah. Investor better saying first rare reward from deck to halls. Hell yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
it's good.
KD or LeBron? God. Uh I actually think it's probably LeBron for me. So
Yeah, probably LeBron too.
cap
He's
of
kind of
40.
been.
Sorry.
No, no, I was just gonna say he's kind of really been taking over.
Yeah. Again, if they're gonna play him as the big man, yeah, he's got a higher, obviously a higher cap by 4, but he's got a higher projection by 7. So there you go. Turner said he's not going hard until after the trade deadline. All right, there you go, Miles. He say that on another Woj pod. Jeb said Trey Murphy is out. So Zion, Dyson, and
Oh,
Trey
and
Murphy.
Dyson's out. Shit, I gotta redo that. I had Dyson somewhere.
So CJ becomes a great play. Jonas Valanciunas let everybody down. He's a solid play. I think Larry Nance is fine. Also, Najee Marshall might be a little sneaky.
Yeah, Marshall. Yeah.
Especially actually, what is Marshall here? So it's his cap.
I don't know. I know he never really pops on the sheets, but
No, well, especially with Herb out too. Like I like that quite a bit. Larry Nance projects fine. I'm trying to think of who else would even pop in that scenario.
so Devontae Graham, right? Or
With who out? Who's that?
with no, I'm just thinking like
Oh, no Daniels.
no Daniels
Yeah,
and no Herb. Like I don't know.
yeah, maybe he gets a little bit more
Alvarado
run.
maybe.
He's just so small.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what else we got. Giannis with 1 or Shea with 2 plus 1 versus the Hornets. Wow, I can't believe I think it's Shea.
Yeah, I think I'd go Shea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean their cap is 10, a difference of 10. So
Mhm.
like I think just by that alone, I think you go Shea.
Yeah. Thomas, you did mention you commented on the value hunting show. You did drop that comment and then I started looking at it. So there you go. Let's see. Shamit, Zubats, or Bol. Well, Valentine, I can help you out. Shamit's not playing. So it's probably Bol and then Zubats for me. What else? I'm trying to catch up. Sorry. So you guys prefer Holmes over Bertans, right? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Coach Stark, listen, Coach Stark's a sharp out there. So he says he loves Devontae Graham. So I take back my Graham sass. Nick Richard Shep is missing the first game. I don't know the status for the rest of the game, but he's definitely missing one. Yeah, Alvarado. What do you think about Alvarado?
Alvarado's kind of fun if they're like, let's see who they match up against.
They
I
get
this might be like a dumb take, but I just feel like they're gonna play Alvarado like more if they play really good point guards.
yeah, Holmes over
So they
Queta.
got Indy tonight, Minnesota on Wednesday.
Yeah, those. I mean, that's fast pace.
Yeah, that's decent.
Bush asking about McDaniel's with Kyle Anderson out. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, Jaden's fine. He's probably in, what is he in the 20s? 27. Oh, we jumped up a little bit,
Jumped
I
up. He's got
think.
a projection 27 now.
Sorry. You were on. I think you're on Jalen. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Jaden at 20 is good. Yeah, that's good.
yeah. We the people saying don't sleep on Hernan Gomez. So we the people. I like Hernan Gomez more if Larry Nance is out. They've been letting Jackson Hayes run around a little bit though. So I don't know. That whole
So
situation.
Devontae Graham just jumped up pretty big in the sheets with the Dyson Daniels news. So for whatever that does.
Let me go. We'll do this live. You want me to see if there's let's go manager sales. Although I don't know if buying a 9 cap helps me out at all. Let's see. Only 5 listed. God, the market moves fast, baby. The market moves fast. I would really like Devontae Graham for your value piece and all offense. I feel like that is a pretty
I like
sharp
that. I like that a
project.
lot. That's a good call. Yeah, he's
I can-
projecting as a 23 on offense. Well, a 23 and a 23 normal too. But
wow. I can't believe I need them to bring the underdog contest back. That was like my favorite one.
yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I actually liked the season of giving one this weekend just because the scores were insane.
Yeah, the mix and having the mix too is fun. The Deck the Halls one or whatever they did. I
Dude, I
like that.
scored like 450 in that or something. And I don't even know. I forget what I got from it, but wasn't anything crazy.
Hacker is asking Holmes versus Queta, the Portuguese sensation for the Kings. I think I lean Holmes, but I think that's a fine shot.
Yeah.
How is Harrison Barnes projecting? Not that great. He's like 26 and 20. Yeah, cap of 26, projection of just about 26. So there you go. All right, let me remind too. What are we up to? 126 entrants. You got to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag JBB. We're gonna spin this thing in just a few minutes because we got to wrap up here in just a second because I got to finish building my lineups and see. I just did buy Devontae Graham limited, so there you go. John, you want to plug some Momentum Labs stuff here for a sec as we wrap up?
Yeah, we've got you got the projection sheets rolling. We've got a couple fun things planned for the NFL playoffs too. We're gonna have some underdog stuff coming up this week. I'm gonna take my way through an article for Underdog, and I know Mike and I are gonna start talking about this over the next couple weeks. But
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna take a stab at what does the winning lineups look like in every like the top I don't know 5 or 8 Super Bowl matchups by odds because I think that's kind of an interesting way to look at it for these drafts, right? Because
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to do the drafts and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take Bills here, and then I'm gonna grab a couple Niners, and then, shove in some, I don't know, Packers now late or something, or like, or Lions, or just take a swing on some of these teams. But it's like, okay, like what happens if it's actually a Bills Eagles Super Bowl, right? And like all the good players go in the first 3 rounds. So like, what does the lineup look like that wins it? And so trying to
Yeah.
think through things that way will be fun.
I'm looking forward to that. I've been like firing on drafts left and right, so I am looking forward
Me
to that.
too. The mitten closed today.
Yeah.
But they're coming out with another one tomorrow. So
I was seeing lots of tweets when mitten too. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. We'll stream, I don't know, maybe sometime this week or early next week. We'll get one up and
yeah.
running. And then just a reminder, if you this is your first time here, we do a daily show about basketball Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Every day on this channel. And then we do the live before lock on Monday, like we're doing now. We also do it on Friday with our guy Gnome. We have 2 episodes of value hunting. Find all the links for our shit, right? So if you want to join the Discord, you can find it in the show notes. I'll also drop a link in here in the chat right now. Also recommend signing up for our VIP. It's very cheap and it gets you into some of the gated communities and it just helps support us a little bit. So you can find a link to that in the show notes as well. And I think that's it. I saw a couple other questions that flew in here. Thomas Bryan or Lonnie Walker. I feel like Thomas Bryan is higher upside, but is a little bit more dangerous because we don't know what's happening with that situation. So there you go. But as always, appreciate everyone being here. I really enjoyed doing the show. This is the most fun that I have. It's very stressful, a little chaotic. And then I always end up spending money, which is fun. And Joke Rock saying, don't forget to put your extra cards in training. That is true. You have to remember to do that.
Train the boys.
Train the boys. Train the boys. Also, I was supposed to jump on a show with our man Andrew from SORARE Data NBA today. That got moved to Thursday. So Thursday at 10 a.m. that's going to be back. So if you were missing out on that, that'll be a good time. All right, here we go. If you win this thing, shoot me a DM either in the Discord or on Twitter. This is for your shot at a limited tier. We didn't get up to 200. We're getting close. But once we hit 200 live viewers, that shit's going to be rare, baby. Here we go. Life Guincho. What a win right there. What a win. And that's a first-time winner there because I stumbled all over saying the name. So that's how I know it's a first-time winner. But for JBB, for myself, good luck, everybody out there with Game Week 20. Get those lineups in. We out.